Okay, hello everyone. This is Forgive, and I know it's been a while, and I want to apologize for that. It's been well over a year now since I released my simple calculator videos. Actually, it'll be 2 years in just a few months, won't it? Something like that. Anyway, it's been a while, and I figure it's time for me to keep up with my promise. I did promise you guys a display, and I will be doing that. I will be turning off view bobbing as well because I hate view bobbing. Sorry, not multi-layer video. There we go. There we go. So I did promise to have our little display on our calculator going, so I'm going to be doing that, but I decided that I want to completely remake the calculator. I'm going to be using these same designs, except I will be changing a couple things. For example, I will be changing the adders. I will be using a different design for the adders. I do believe that there is a piston design for an adder, and so I will be using that instead of the large scale block and redstone design that I'd been using. There's much smaller designs out there, and I figure I should probably update it with some smaller designs. I'll still be using the same board, that same wall, with all of the all of our different inputs on it, and we'll still use different colored wool for everything. It's wool, and yeah, that'll do. That's just one color for now. So I'll still be doing all of that. I'm just gonna try to make it a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, and hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to follow, a little bit easier for you guys to see and whatnot. So just stick with me, and this video, let me think. I'm thinking this will be a shorter series than the previous one. The previous one was 6 parts, I believe, but it was 6 parts, each part being about 15 minutes long. The reason each one was 15 minutes long is because before I was constricted on only using 15-minute videos. That was my max length, but I no longer have that max length requirement, thanks to YouTube being so kind and removing that for people who follow the rules. So I'm basically just going to make each video as long as it needs to be. Who knows how long that'll be. It's just going to be as long as it needs to be for me to get each idea across as best as I can. And I will actually, if I don't get it across well enough, you can actually, this will be one of the times where if I don't get across well enough, you can actually just let me know, and I will definitely get around to fixing that, because I do not want anybody to be left behind. So if you have any issues with what's going on, let me know, and I will, I don't know if I should make a support video. We'll figure it out. We'll see. I probably will just use the beginning of each previous video as a sort of what's the word that I'm thinking of? Man, I'm not in it right now. I'll use each video, the beginning of each video, as a little explanation on any problems that you might have spotted in the previous videos that you wanted me to look over, and then I'll go ahead into the content of each video. And I think that doing it that way, we might end up with a little bit more what's the word? A little bit better understanding of what's going on, and this will go by much smoother. So a lot of these a lot of the concepts I'll be doing in this video, in this new series for my simple Minecraft calculator, will be the exact same, essentially the exact same concepts as the old calculator videos. The only difference is going to be the fact that in this series, I'm going to be focusing on making it a little bit more compact, a little bit smaller, but I'm still going to be trying to make it as simple as possible. Sorry, that was my phone just now. So I'm going to be making it as simple as possible. Hopefully I don't lose anybody, but like I said, if I do lose you, don't worry about it. Just let me know, and I'll spend as much time as I need to in the beginning of the next video to make sure that you're all caught up. So, without any further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into what we're doing right now. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm creating the decoder, and this is basically going to decode our standard decimal into binary. And now, I remember in my previous videos a lot of people said, no, it's an encoder, it's not a decoder. Honestly, it's a decoder. It turns our complex number system, our complex base 10 number system, into a much simpler base 2 number system. It does go lower, hence a decoder. In some cases, I would understand if you want to call it an encoder, because it makes it more simple more difficult for you to understand. But the fact of the matter is that because the base 10 system is actually more complicated than the base 2 system, it is a decoder, not an encoder. So I just want to get that out of the way real quick. I know a lot of people are going to be arguing with me about that, but let's just get through this as quickly as possible, okay? So first things first, I forgot to put torches in my inventory. There we go. First things first, I'm just going to be putting torches on the edges of all of these little pieces. Oops. And I made sure to have 9. Did I? 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. 9, it's just going to be the numbers 1 through 9. No 0. As always, simply because of the way that the binary 0 works. So let's go ahead and mark these to the end. Now these are I'm probably going to have to extend this a little bit further. It's most likely not long enough anyway, and I'll probably end up extending it, but that's fine. Just so you know that this is the way that it's supposed to look in the end, really. Just as long as you know that. And I'll explain exactly how this turns your standard decimal into binary as well. I'll be sure to do that to the best of my abilities. In a video that I will also make that's going to come out at the same time as this video, I'm also going to take the time to stop and explain exactly what binary is and why I'm going to be using binary as a medium for, not a medium, but the standard for numbering in our, oops, I'm lost, in our calculator. So just keep that in mind. I will be doing another video. They're gonna come out at the same time. Actually, I'll probably put that video out like a day earlier or something, just as a little precursor. So be on the lookout for that video. If you didn't already watch that video and you don't know what binary is, I will put a link to it in the top right corner of this video right now. Okay. Anyway, alright, so let's see. We've got my 9. Now I'm going to go down here and... Okay, so... if you watched my video and you now understand binary, or if you didn't watch my video and you already understood binary, I'm going to be skipping a lot of explaining of binary and how this translates into binary. because it is going to be all covered in that other video, but I will go ahead and tell you how this works. So these are going to have levers on every torch. So each of these levers is going to be able to turn off a torch. Like that. And then I left this part at the end so that it'll cover that ending, because there will be torches hanging off of this. So this is going to be our binary 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these on the left side, these levers are going to represent our decimals, 1 through 9, and then on this side, it's actually going to turn those decimals into actual binary numbers. So what I need to do is place my redstone like this. Oops. I'm going to have multiple lines of redstone going like this, and what's going to happen is each line of redstone represents a segment of the binary that's going to be, there we go, like that. So 4 will do. 4 will do. 4 is enough. Basically, and the reason I say 4 is enough is because the way that binary works, it's a base 2 system. I'm not going to explain a lot, like I said, but it's a base 2 system, so 4 lines, this first line right here is going to be our 2's place, 4's place, 8's place, and then 16's place. So with 4 lines alone, you can actually get past the number 16. You can get up to, let's see, it's 16 plus 8 is 24, and then plus our 4 is 28, so up to 29 just with these 4 lines. So do I need 4 lines? Not really. Yes I do though. The reason I need 4 lines is because in order to get 9, which the 9 is the only reason I need 4 lines, but in order to get 9, I have to have this last line activated, and I have to have this line activated, and that's going to be 8 plus 1, and there's going to be my 9. So now I basically just have to, and the reason this is set to on while this is off is because this is going to turn that torch off, and I can just do it that way. So that's my 1. Right there is perfect. This is my 2. And this is our 3. And 4. 5. 6. Whoa. Bad. 7. 8. And our 9 is going to be 8 and 1. There you go. I also realized that this is not, if this torch turns on, it's not going to reach the end. I realized later on that was actually one of the issues that I was having with my calculator, was that the signal did not actually reach the end here, as you can see. So in order to fix that, I'm actually going to be putting a line of repeaters right here, like this, so that will stretch all the way to the end, and then I will put another line of repeaters right after this. Oh no, looks like that, even that's not long enough. So let's see if I can, alright, that works, but if I turn this off, I just need to make sure that that should go straight down and power that one, so it does. Alright, so I can actually have my repeaters right here, which is good because they don't stick out as much if I have it like that, and I can actually just put this one line of wool, and bam, covered. Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all of my numbers are working. Let's do 1. Cool. And then 2. Cool. 3. Cool. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And wait, 8? Yeah. And 9. Perfect. Alright, so give me a sec. Actually, no, that's perfect. Alright. Let me... Okay. Now, allow me to, before I move on to anything else, and actually I think this is going to be enough for now. In my next video, what I'll do is I'll introduce my my RAM, which is going to be, yeah, so in my next video we'll do the RAM, and we'll move on from there. But the decoder is good enough for now. I'm just going to be putting signs on here. You don't really need to see that process, so, but I'll, whatever, I'll do it anyway. I'll just show it to you in super speed. What? Oh, right, purple block. Where the fuck are the signs? Signs. Decoration. There it is. Okay, so I guess while I sit here and put signs on these things, basically what this does is it takes your decimal number, which is your 1 through 9, and it turns it into a binary number 1 through 9. The binary equivalent of 9 is 1001. So, and I'll go more into detail on how binary works in my other videos. So don't worry about that for now. I'll probably release that video before this one, or maybe at the same time. I don't know. I'll figure something out. So this is how it looks. Make sure that you have your repeaters, your line of repeaters right there. Honestly, you don't actually need these repeaters here. You can go without them because there's no torches over here. But I like to have my repeaters like that just to have symmetry. So the only repeater you actually need is this one right there. That's the only one you actually need. But anyway, so that's how you do that. I'm just going to be covering this up and let you guys understand how that works. So this piece, all of this is actually not needed anymore. So I'm just going to be doing this, and I will just cover this up, and once this is completely covered up, I'll move on to the next part, but that's going to be for another video. For the next part, I will be introducing the RAM into the system, and with the introduction of the RAM, actually I kind of like having it like this. With the introduction of the RAM, what I'll do is I'll have another video, although I already have my logic gates video that explains my RAM. I will make sure that I go into hardcore detail on exactly how the RAM works and what it does and whatnot. So, and I promise in these videos I will actually show the entire build process. I won't skip anything. I know I skipped showing you how to make the XOR gates in my previous video, and I also skipped showing how I made the buses, but honestly the buses are simple. All a bus is a shuttle system to go from one area to the other so that the wires can follow it, and the wires just being the redstone. But I do find that there were quite a few people who didn't like the fact that I didn't include the creation of the buses, so I will make sure to include the creation of those in my next videos. Other than that, let's get rid of this. Other than that, Look at how pretty that is. Nice and purple. That is pretty much it for today's video. And I'm thinking I'll probably do this on a weekly basis. The reason for that being that I did try to do daily videos before, and with school and work and everything, it just didn't work out, and I lost so much time that I just couldn't keep up with it. So I'm going to be doing these on a weekly basis. I might even start off doing them bi-weekly. I'm not entirely sure. Who knows? Let's stick with weekly first. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew when I just got started. So I'll be doing these on a weekly basis. Let's just do like that. Okay, and perfect. Alright, so here is our decoder. Very simple stuff. Later on, I will be hooking this up to some RAM. It's going to be some, I believe, AND gates is what I'm going to be using. AND gates and something else. I forget. Oh well. It'll be in the next video. So, that's pretty much everything. Remember to keep a lookout for my video explaining how binary works, and that's pretty much it. I will see you guys next week.